All right, let me just put this in Discord. All right. Let's see if we get one viewer, then we'll start. Is that pretty cool working with the designables?
Yeah, it is. The biggest problem was the images on the rectangular buttons.
Okay.
And I've got them where by default they're pretty good, but there's the inset inspectables are on the side, and you can really fine tune where you put it.
Okay.
So I think it's going to work out pretty good.
Now here's a question. Do they have like radio button options where like an option could be related to a specific color?
I don't think so. There's only a certain amount of. Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can find it here. There's only certain types that are inspectable.
Okay.
And like there's a bool, but it gives you a drop down, I believe, that's yes or no. Let's see. Well, it's kind of limited on what you can do with them, in other words.
Okay.
Yeah, integer, CG float, double string, bool, CG point, CG size, CG rect, UI color, and UI image.
Oh, it does take. There is a UI color option.
Oh yeah. But you can't limit it to a certain color range. You know what I mean?
Okay, got it.
Like when you do a UI color, it gives you the drop down that has all the colors in it.
Okay.
The way I got around it though is I assign. You'll see it in the code, but all of our standard colors that we're going to use, I put them in an enum.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or
that makes sense.
I can't remember if I use an enum or a function, but basically you call set color, and depending on what value the integer is in that inspectable, it'll change it. So if you just flip through the colors, it'll take you through all of our colors.
Okay.
It may not make sense the way I did it to you, but
yeah. Well, so okay. Tell me what you did. Where we're at. You finished. What did you do next with your code as far as Git is concerned?
I did an add -a. I did a commit, put a commit message in, and then I did a git rebase -p develop.
Okay.
And then I pushed.
Okay, so you pushed it into its own branch.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I went and did a pull request.
Right, and it wouldn't let you because there was merge conflicts, right?
Well, let's see here.
Yeah, I can see the little yellow the little warning icon here.
Well, it created a pull request, but it's got the warning icon there.
Yeah, let's do something here. Do you mind if I delete this pull request?
No, not at all.
Let's just decline it here, actually.
Okay.
And what we'll do is, and I'll just do this for everybody here. So one thing that happens with Xcode is whenever we're creating new groups, anytime we change the structure of Xcode, right? You see that warning sign right there? It means that both of us changed the project settings at the same time, which means one of us probably added a folder, which means you probably added a folder, and I probably added a folder. Right. And so here's a good point, which I totally forgot about, is one person probably needs to create the folder structure at the same time, or two people at least don't need to be creating folders at the same time. Otherwise, we have merge conflict. So this is a good example. So what we're going to do is fix this. So do you know what folders? Okay, yeah. And also, it's hard to read where the conflicts are when it has to do with that specific file here, this pbxproj. So this one's harder to determine where the problem is, but it usually has to do with folders. Mm-hmm. So the question is, what folders did you create in your project?
I created a resources folder,
Okay.
a custom components folder, and an extensions folder.
An extensions folder. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to open up my terminal here, CD onto the desktop. CD
And I did
into,
those with caps also, camel case.
okay. Okay, so I'm going to try and simulate our issue here. So let's say get, what branch am I on? So I'm on slope screen. I'm going to get status. All right, so I'm going to get checkout, develop. Okay, so I'm on develop now, and you've got your branch up there, and I want your branch down here. So I'm actually going to see if I can just get checkout, and the name of your branch is custom buttons. So, okay, your branch is up to date. It always says it, but I always like to make sure anyway. Git pull origin custom buttons. And sure enough, there was files there.
Yeah.
A dumb thing. All right, so I'm going to do a pod install. I always do this just in case, because for some reason, if you don't, sometimes things just break. Okay, now that it's there, what I'm going to do is verify. I'm going to go open up Xcode and verify that your stuff's in here so you can see it and say, yeah, my stuff's in here. Okay. Okay, so we've got an extensions folder, which looks like is yours, and resources and custom components. Great. Okay. This is cool. I might actually, if you don't mind, I actually might call this a view folder. Would you mind if I call this a view folder?
No, not at all.
That way we can basically, we'll keep it like MVC and all of our custom, because those are custom views, right? So we're just keep them there in the views folder.
Okay.
So you've got your DA button. Look at you, man. This looks great. Okay, so this looks like, it looks like all your stuff's here, and I just want to run it and make sure. I guess I could have just built it.
Well, you just look at an interface builder. That's the test if it's working.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just stopped it, but it built, so there's no errors.
Drag a button over there and change the class.
Okay, drag it on here. I tried this out earlier. It was really cool, and this was DA button. We'll click over here, and there it is. Nice. Yeah. Even rounded and everything. Oh, font color. This is awesome. And I can see that here's all your custom stuff. This is really cool. I'm impressed. Like, not impressed that you did it, because I know you could do it. Just impressed because it's cool.
Yeah. Did you see the poly button?
The what button?
The poly button.
Oh yeah, that's really cool too. I saw that. You know what's funny? I wasn't even expecting you to do that when you did that. I was just going to use image assets for that. So that's cool. Okay, so that's the font color, which is cool. So let's say we wanted this to be the Facebook button. So we just let's see here. We would just say log in with Facebook or whatever the button says. Just give it some nice spacing there.
See the color code up there?
Yeah.
Flip through that.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay, there's the Facebook button.
Yeah, there's Facebook blue, and there's black, and there's white also.
Nice. This
is
in
addition to our colors.
This is really cool. I love it. And hey, the Facebook image is not.
Yeah, I took it out before.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I had seen something come through on it, so it's fine. Corner radius. Look at that. Let's say 15. Ah, it works. That is so cool. Look at you, man. This is awesome. You should like make some cool button library or something, post it on GitHub.
I learned a lot on this one.
Okay, and these are the insets for the image. This looks great too. Nice.
Yeah, that lets you get it just exactly the way you want it on there.
Dude, great. Okay, so I love it. Let's. I'm gonna right-click this main storyboard, and I'm gonna go to source control and discard changes. Discard changes. Okay, so that's back. Okay, come on. Thank you. All right, so that's back to normal. So everything looks like it's running just fine. I love it. You even created some extensions here. This is really fantastic. You've got the fonts in here. I know Pearson did this today in his branch, so I'm going to tell him to take his out and then pull your branch into his. Okay, so this is good. So cool. So here's our branch. Get status. All right, let's. Wow, all that changed. Oh, it's because I did the pods. Okay, it doesn't matter. That's fine. So we've got our files here, and what we want to do is make sure we pull develop or pull the develop branch into this branch, and obviously it's going to have a merge conflict. So let's just do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and do git fetch origin develop. What a fetch will do is make sure we have latest changes here locally, but it won't try and merge it in yet, which is what we want. Yep. Git fetch origin develop. Okay. Great work, Jack. They're admiring your work in the chat room. Okay, and so that's there. Now let's do the rebase. So git rebase -p develop, which means we're going to bring develop into here. And the reason why we rebase, by the way, is if you just merge things in using git pull or git merge, what happens is it duplicates change history. So when you go through your actual like Bitbucket history or GitHub history, you'll see duplicates of the changes between commits, which is really annoying to dig through. So this actually takes all the changes and puts them in chronological order perfectly. So everything is, Bryce, love your comment. So everything's just nice and aligned. So git rebase -p develop. Oops, I have to commit my changes first. So I'm just going to take the changes. It's okay. Git add -a, git commit -m, and we're just going to call this changes before merge. Now we'll say git rebase -p and develop, pull develop into this. Okay, so when you have resolved this, so we've got, where to say, could not apply, job complete exception, predefined colors, imagery sizes. So we've got a problem, which is the merge conflict, right? And so what we can do, so this is a hard merge conflict to solve because it's the project file, it's not code. We can't just accept one or take the other. And so what we need to do is we actually need to go look at our branches, go look at develop, okay, and merge in Firebase. Okay, pull request one incorporated. This is great. And we need to see what I did, the thing that I did that merged it in. Come on, overview. There we go. So we did change the project here. Let's see if we can read it. I might not be able to. Oh, so, okay, so again, the problem we have is we both created folders at the same time. So this is a perfect example of merge conflicts are our lack of communication, right? We should have said that we were going to create folders and files at the same time. So here's a rule of thumb, and we can make a rule about this, is we'll have one person designated to create folders for the project. So it's okay to add new files, but when you actually create a folder, it can cause these conflicts. Okay. And so ideally, one person just creates the folders. Someone says, hey, we need a folder for this or for this, and then that person creates it and pushes it in. That way we don't have these issues here, but it's okay. We will fix it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to discard my changes, meaning I'm going to take your folder changes and I'm going to take yours and discard mine. So terminal, what I'm going to do is git status. Okay, I'm going to say git checkout --rs, and we're going to say devslopes-app.xcode-proj. And we'll just do the very specific file name, pb. Okay, so this is going to say, hey, we want our changes instead of the remote repository's changes. If you wanted my changes, actually, maybe we should do theirs, because I can't remember what my folders looked like, but we know what yours look like because we have it open right here. And so we know that you created 3 folders, right? It was, shoot, it's probably going to break now since I'm in this conflict state. Yeah, it's broken. What were the folders that we created? Do you remember?
Yeah, hang on one second. Resources. Custom components that you change to views or view.
Okay.
And extensions.
Okay, so we're going to do this time is we're actually say git checkout -- theirs, which means it's mine from develop. And then we'll say devslopes-app.xcode project pbx project. Okay, so we're going to check out remote instead. All right, git status. Okay, so it's modified. We've now merged it. We've taken the one from remote and we've discarded your folder changes. So I'm going to git add -a, git commit -m. We're going to say fixed merge conflict. Okay, now what you're going to see when we load our project is your stuff's going to be missing. So I'm going to load up Xcode, and well, actually,
looks like the resources is gone.
The resources, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
with the Noto Sans font.
Okay, so again, this specific conflict always has to do with files. Your code is still there, I promise. So what we're going to do is a new group, and it was called resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is we're just going to add some files to this. They're already in the project. They're just hiding. Add files, and let's go find those files here. I know you're here. Come on. Where are you guys hiding, actually? Resources, custom, come on. They're .ttf files, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did it really get rid of those? Why would it get rid of those font files unless they were... Oh, you know what? When you drag those font files in, did you forget to click on Add Resources to Project? That would explain this.
I'm pretty sure that I selected the add to the project.
No, you're right. You're right, because I had them just now. Where did they go? That is curious. Like, I'm surprised that they're actually gone from the project altogether.
Are you on the right branch?
Oh, you know what? I might. Well, let's see here. Rebase and custom buttons, which is fine. But it got rid of. That's interesting. Let's take a look at what it did here. So, okay, so here's the new files. No. Where are those fonts? They're gone. Well, that's before theirs. Let's go look here now. Even here, though, I'm not seeing. Oh, there. Okay. So we created these files here. By the way, what we're doing right now, whenever there's a merge conflict, it never gets any easier than this in most cases. So it's usually something along these lines. All right. So at this point here, we've fetched, and your changes are definitely here at this point. But for some reason, we lost those changes. Now, I had thought that it should not have gotten rid of these. I'm perplexed, actually. It should not have gotten rid of these font files. Devslopes app, Noto Sans. Let me just do one more check here. It's actually really surprising to me. Devslopes app. Okay, we got all the class files are still there. Base project, assets, Facebook. Really, they're just gone. This is like magical. .ttf. Huh. All right, let's get status. Let's just get stash. Check out your branch again. Custom buttons. I just did get status. Come on, get checkout. Just get stash, I said. Get stash. All right, now get checkout. Custom buttons. All right. So this is back to default now. Your stuff is here again. And there's the fonts. This is tripping me out here. Okay, so resources, view extensions. Like, what should have happened is this folder and this folder should have gone away, but these files should have still been in your project folder. I'm actually surprised that they're not. Thanks, Felix. Yeah, interesting. Okay, main storyboard. So what we need to do is keep these files. Okay, what a pain. So this is so interesting. I'm just curious why the view and extensions would have remained just fine, but the resources would have had a problem. Let's look at my code here real quick. I'm curious to solve this for the sake of learning. So let's get checkout develop. Git pull. Let's make sure we have latest develop in here. Git pull origin develop. All right. So the branch is up to date. Okay, and I have a util, a services, and a model. So here's my changes that are interrupting with your changes because we have a different folder structure, which is fine. This is really interesting. So let's see if we're going to do it the naughty way and bring your changes into my branch just so I can see what's really going on here. So I'm going to git fetch origin, let's say custom buttons. Make sure we have latest. I know we already did this. And this time, let's just, instead of rebasing, I'm just going to pull it in. Git pull origin, custom buttons. We should have a merge conflict. Oh, I got how do I have changes? Come on, I didn't do anything. Just because I clicked on something. Oh, I hate it. Hold on here. Let's discard changes. Whenever you click on it, for some reason, it detects a change. Super annoying problem. Okay, let's try this again. Git pull origin custom buttons. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, whatever. Whatever, you dumb thing. Git add dash A. All right, git commit dash M. Actually, we don't need to commit. We'll just, I think adding should be fine. So let's git pull origin develop. Or no, custom buttons, sorry. Custom buttons. Really? All right, stash this stupid change. Ugh. All right, I don't need that dang click on the storyboard. Now let's do that again. Git pull origin custom buttons. All right, there's our merge conflict, which is expected. Okay, let's try the merge tool. Git merge tool, or is it git diff? Git diff or git merge? Git merge tool, I think. All right, hit return to start the merge tool. All right, let's see if we can read this. We may not be able to. All right, so my data model and my constants. Okay, it doesn't like the fact that we have that, and then yours are like somehow conflicting for some reason. I'm wondering if it'll let us keep both. Let's choose both and just see what happens. I'm going to save this and Command Q to quit. And I'm going to say git status. I don't know if it worked. Let's see. All right, so let's go back over here. We've got resources, but I lost my model file. Wow. What a pain. Okay, so the problem is, for some reason, that first level of folders that we created, it doesn't like the fact that we both created sets of folders. It's really interesting. Git branch, we're in this floating branch here. No, we're in the Devslopes. Let's all right. This is interesting. So we're gonna do something different here this time. Okay. What I'm gonna do is undo this. So I'm gonna actually say git stash again. Okay. Okay, now we're back at develop branch, okay, with my changes. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take, and this is probably having a problem because I didn't do pod install, but that's okay, we don't care right now. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take these files out of these folders, like so, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my terminal here and git pull origin custom buttons, pull your stuff in. So, oh, git status. Yeah, we need to add these. Git add dash A, git commit dash M, move files out of folder to support merge. All right, now what we're gonna do is git pull origin custom buttons. Okay, we have a merge conflict. That's okay. This time we're gonna say git checkout dash theirs, which is yours. Okay, we're gonna say devslopes app.xcode proj / project.pb. Okay, so now we're gonna check out your files and leave mine and discard my changes, which hopefully, I'm hoping it gets rid of my folders, but not my files. Oh yeah, so let's take a look. God, it's killing my files. This is a bugger. This is a real pain. Okay. I'm not happy about this. Interesting. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do to solve the problem. So I'm going to undo that one again. Let's actually see if I can startle this, get status. All right, let's get stash. Go back. Oh, come on. What did I do? Needs merge. Let's just get checkout back to original devslopes -app.xcode proj. Come on. Project pbx proj. It does not. It wants me to merge this first. How annoying. All right. Let's that's not what I wanted. Get branch is what I wanted. So we're in this develop branch. All right, we're gonna have to pull out the big guns here. Hold on. I'm looking up on Google the command. If I can remember, it's get reset hard. I just can't remember the exact. There it is. Okay. So we're gonna just reset this dumb thing. All right. So I just reset it back to the way it was, and we're gonna get it right this time. So I've looked at your code and it looks good to me. We're going to skip the pull request process here because we have a major merge conflict. And what we'll do in the future is we'll coordinate the creation of folders. It just really screws things up here when you have multiple developers. It's unfortunately the way that it is. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is make sure that. So this is my stuff. I'm going to put this back the way it was. Data service back into service and data model back into model. Okay, so get status. Okay, so get add -a, get commit -m, and we're going to call this one back in folders. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here to our branches. I'm going to click your branch, okay, and I am going to download it. Come on. I would like to download your branch, please. Where's my download button? Come on.
Go to, is it under overview?
A what?
Is
overview?
It under overview? Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But that's cloning it in source tree. See, there's this download button here, but I want to download the branch that I'm in. Right. That's interesting. It's not letting me do that. That is really interesting. This is fine.
What if you click on branches up at the top under downloads?
I did that. I just so I clicked that and I clicked branches, and here's your branch. Oh, there it is. There it is. Tiny. So I'm downloading the zip file. Okay. It's coming up here. A little bit slow. All right, there we go. Unzipping it, clicking it here. All right, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take all of your files. This is so lame, and we're going to. And you probably added it in your P list, which is fine. That should come over just fine. So I'll pull your. Well, I can just make the change again. Okay. So app delegate, this is all fine. So I'm just going to pull this over here, and we are going to make sure these are copy items if needed is selected. Very important. All right. Okay. Now we'll create a new group. We'll call this resources. And so from now on, I guess since I'm kind of leading the project, I'll just create all the folders. So if you need a folder, just tell me. And then I'll create new files. It's absolutely fine. It's the folders that screw things up when you have multiple developers in Xcode.
Okay.
So we've got resources, which is these here. Okay, and then we had extensions, and that would of course be this here. By the way, I love the ext file name. I think it's perfect. And what was the last folder that you had?
You were going to call it view.
View. Okay, and that's right. I'm going to put your custom buttons here in the view folder. All right, This is looking great. We just did a manual pull request here and merge. Okay, so very good. And what I'll do is let's go to terminal and let's go to get status. Okay, so we've modified the project.pbxprod. This blows my mind that it's having this issue. You would think something so dumb would have an easy solution.
We've got to add in fonts provided by application in the plist file.
What's that? Oh, the plist. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Let me just add that real quick. No, sub it. There we go. And hey, wait a minute. What is this?
You changed the key, I think.
Wait a minute. There's two of these. Look at that. Somehow it got weird. Duplicated. All right, let's try that. Fonts, application. There's our array. All right, and this one is. All right, let's Nodo sans dash bold. Blah blah blah. Nodo sans bold italic. So this is the pains you have to endure when your team fails to communicate. Which is a good learning experience. I had totally forgot about this problem since it's been a good year since I've worked on a team. Nodo sans italic and one more. And we're going to say Nodo sans dash regular. One more thing I want to check is in the build settings. Actually, where am I? This is not right. Devslopes app. This is the one we want. There we go. Build phases. Copy bundle resources. Okay, they're there. So we're good. So I'm going to Command K to clear. And let's go to terminal. Get status. Get add dash A. Get commit dash M. Added fonts and Jax files. Okay, so there's all of our stuff. And just so we can be good and not naughty, let's put this in a new branch. Get checkout dash B, and let's call this custom button merge. Okay. Get push origin custom button merge. So we're going to push this branch up. Okay. I'm going to go back to get checkout develop, and I'm going to get rid of these get stash or get reset. Oh, what was it? I'm going to reset this back to what it was. Oh, I guess it's stuck there. No, I've been doing Git for like 5 years now, and still. Hold on here. So git log added Jax. Hold on, I want to see here. Git discard commit. All right, let's. This is gonna bug me. No, come on. Just give me the answer. I don't care about all this other junk. All right, git reset hard. Working directory, which is fine. Commit before head. Let's try this one. X. Oh, come on. Control C. X. Q. Q. It's Q. All right, git reset. There we go. Okay, so git log. You know what? Merge in Firebase, move files out of folder. Let's just go back to, let's make develop pure again. I want to make develop pure, which was this guy right here. Or wait, the commits on the top, the commits on the top. This one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to git reset dash dash hard, and let's get status. Git branch, come on. Okay, git rebase dash dash abort. All right, git branch. Hold on, I think we're there. All right, git check. Oh, I was in your branch. What? No. All right, hold on. Git status. Git status. All right, git log. All right, everything's clear. Okay, so develop is pure again. All right, that was a pain. Q to leave this now. Not ls. Git branch. Let's check out your branch now. Actually, we don't need to do that because I pushed it up. So here we go. So let's go to branches. Your new branch should be there. Custom button merge. Now let's create a pull request just to be pure to the process. And there we go. Let's create a pull request. And once it's done, let's just take a look at it. Okay. So pod dependencies, this is great. Use frameworks, this is great. This is your code. No, this is not your code. This is Firebase. All right. And by the way, the reason why Firebase is showing up here is because we are including the frameworks in our source code. Some developers choose not to include frameworks in their source code, but I kind of feel like it's better safe than sorry, because let's say Firebase makes a major change, we don't want to, we don't want to go with the change, or if like it ever went down or they took it off, we still have that code. All right, so here's your code, and I think it looks good. I'm not going to give Pearson the chance to review it because let's just get this done. So I'm just going to merge it in now, but not master. Cancel. Shoot. Let's edit. I want it to be develop. There we go. We don't work in the master. Okay, here we go. Develop looks good. Let's merge it in. We shouldn't have any merge conflicts, so we just handled all this. And it's merged successfully. So now let's go here back to our terminal. We're in develop. Let's go ahead and git pull origin develop. And we should now see all your files in Xcode. All right, what a pain. But it's solved. Hooray. Okay, so that was probably more confusing for everyone who's watching than did any good, but it was solved. So what we're going to do now is anytime Pearson or Jack or Evan wants to, or me, well, or you guys, whenever you want to create a folder, let me know and I'll make it for you.
Okay.
And then the next time around, you can drag it in that folder, or I'll drag it in the folder for you.
Okay.
So the reason this problem happened is because we both created folders, which is so stupid, but that was the problem.
Well, makes sense.
Okay, fixed. I guess that's it. I'm supposed to be going out on date night right now, so I probably should go in. But I really wanted to fix this. It was bugging me, and I wanted to show it. So I don't
Just
get
real
it.
quick on those images. When you do add an image on one of those buttons, you have to set it to custom instead of
custom button instead of system button. Got it.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So
okay. Anything else?
Sounds good. Nope. Appreciate it.
All right. Done deal. See you later. Have a good night.
All right. Talk to you later.